What's up, family? And yes, we family because you're sitting in my living room right now, you feel me? You can see my cords hanging down from my projector. But what's going on, family? If you're new here, you know what I'm saying? My name is Mike J, Mike Simmons, whatever you want to call me. I am from Jacksonville, Florida. I relocated to Atlanta almost 3 years ago. This October will make 3 years. And I am the founder of brand RPLUS. It's like a family-based brand, I would like to say. Trying to bring back that fellowshipping, that love, that community back together and making it something new, something dope. But in this video, as you can see, it's titled Organizing My Life RPLUS. RPLUS, like I said, is my brand. I'm gonna kind of give you a back story of the brand as well as, just talking about, design, production, inventory, tracking, sales, and just important things, what it takes to run a brand. It's not as hard as it might seem, but it does take some work. So I want to go over all that stuff. Right now, I'm just sitting down here working on this custom pillow that I'm making for my living room. As you can see over here, it says RPLUS. That's like going to be one side, and the other side is the actual RPLUS logo. It's going to go down here and actually replace my double R-wing pillow from my last brand, Regi. But yeah, man, thank y'all for just tuning in. Thank y'all for supporting me, man. Thank you for that family support, 'cause I needed it. Trying to be on here more consistent, like I always say. So far, it's going good, man. I'm like, 2 videos in? So I'm gonna try and do like once a week if possible. But we moving, y'all. But let's get to work on this pillow. And then, like I said, we'll just go into depth about the brand and running the brand. So I started making clothes in 2014, back when I was in college in Gainesville, Florida. So my whole entire life, I've always been this basketball guy. That's all I ever wanted to do. And when that didn't pan out, and honestly, it wasn't even about that for real. Just on the block with my homeboys, shout out to IB Paris, Ty, D, Rail, the whole gang. And just had an idea, just let's make a brand. And we started out with iron-on sheets, you know what I mean? So all this, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I need this, I need that. You don't need all that to start a brand. I feel like it ain't that deep. Whenever I'm doing something, I'm always passionate about it, so I'm gonna get it done whatever way I can to the best of my abilities. But back to the story. So we on the block one day, just chilling, and we like, yeah, we should just start a brand. And I was already going to school for graphic design, so I already had the program, I had Photoshop, I had what I needed. Then my homeboy Ty actually came up with the name. Smash, the name of the brand was called Smash. It stood for Stack Money and Stay Humble. I remember him texting me around like midnight and saying, cuz. We used to be like, cuz. That's what we used to, that was like our call, you know what I'm saying? That's the game. He hit me up around midnight. I'm in the bed with my girl at the time, and he hit me with the name, and I'm like, I just started going crazy. Like, that's a dope name. And long story short, man, it really got me into like wanting to have a brand. And we really had the city on lock. Like, we was getting in the clubs free. We was getting bottles. People in the city knew who we were. No exaggeration. We rented a club, or we had a club deal for like the whole entire summer. We were having parties. We were doing whatever. Like, Gainesville was like our city. At least that, the side of town we was on, we had it on lock. Fast forward, I ended up going back home to Jacksonville, and I just felt like it was time for me to grow. I had changed my style because the clothes that we were making wasn't the style that I was going for, that I was actually wearing, so I didn't want to wear it anymore, or make the clothes anymore. So I ended up just brainstorming, thinking of a new brand, and then boom, here comes Rocky, that brand with my brother, Loose, and we did that. We honestly just parted ways, and this time last year, but it was honestly the best thing for both of us. We had to really focus on what we wanted to do. And he's a little bit more focused on jetball, which is my favorite sport, and it should be your favorite sport. We're working on getting some more games around, just the U.S. in general. I know we're playing the game out here in Atlanta, so if you're gonna be, in the city around that time, you gotta pull up on us and play a game. My bad, y'all, my camera died. So basically talking more about RPLUS and getting back into, just the brand. So the R, when I rebranded, I just wanted to keep the R just cause, I was like, why not? I don't want to go a trip all too far. First of all, my homegirl Winter actually made this logo cause she presented me with this January of last year, and I liked it, you know what I'm saying? But we didn't act on it immediately, so I just kind of kept it in my pocket. And, you know, when you're rebranding, you're trying to figure out, you know, what direction you want to go in. Sometimes you might not want to keep the same story. It ain't just changing, you know what I'm saying, the look of the brand, but it can also be a story too. So like I said, I wanted to really embody that family and what it means to be family. And when I think family, I think about my granddad, you know, his middle name was Rudolph. So I took that R and kept that, and he's like the head of the family. When I think about family, I think about him. I think about him like being there whenever I needed him, him being there to help me get my car fixed up, him being there, you know what I'm saying, for just the holidays and just the good times. So, you know, I just wanted to honor him. Like I said, he passed back in like 2017, and I took that pretty hard. So I kind of just, like I said, kept it going. So the R is Rudolph, the plus is the family, you know. And anytime you buy a piece from me, you are now part of this family. It's all about love. Ain't no hate over here. We loving, you know what I'm saying, regardless of anything. No matter what you did, we showing love. So that's my brand, RPLUS. I hope that y'all can feel what I was trying to say. You know what I'm saying? I had a kind of hard time explaining that, but that's my brand. Man, I know I ain't even talked to y'all about how I am self-taught. I started sewing during the pandemic, and it's been actually like maybe a year since the last time I actually sewed using my sewing machine, and I have an industrial sewing machine like in my office. But I'm trying to get back into the groove, so I'm doing this RPLUS pillow like I said. First, little setup kind of clean. The lines, the sewing lines aren't as smooth as I want them to be, but you know, it's coming together. I'm excited. But that's the beautiful thing about art. You don't have to be perfect, you feel me? Same thing with your brand. You don't always gotta be perfect. Make sure you have a goal that you're working towards, and make sure you hit that, you know what I'm saying, that goal. But I'm happy with this, it looks good. I gotta do the other half of it, which is gonna take some time, so I'm not rushing this project.
He's one of the best scientific minds we have today.
Man, dog, whenever I want to come out here and be productive, my mic always dies. So I'm back on the phone. But changing locations, I'm at the park again. You know, I've been pushing this running life and this fitness life because, you know, just in our community, sometimes we don't really get out and get active. Now I'm still, you know, struggling with it a little bit, but I'm trying to doing my best to get active. So I just got done with like a little mile run between mixture of walking and jogging. But this last, I said I was gonna talk to you guys about the design process. The design process for me is probably the funnest part. You know, you get a chance to like really dream and you know what I'm saying, just use your imagination. And sometimes when you start breaking things down, it starts to get a little pricey. But this the part where you can really just dream and just have fun. But so for an example, and I'll pop it up somewhere in here, I had a collection called Crowded at the Top, the Undisputed Champion. And it was just about like people like Michael Jordan, Steve Jobs, Mike Tyson, just all those guys who are they're not untouchable, but it seems like that. It's like you're above the above. You're at the top of the top. And, you know, I just went through and I wrote, you know, what everything meant to me. And, so obviously, you know, I want everybody to put on a piece and make it feel like, yo, I'm him, or I'm her when I put it on. So that's the funniest thing. You know, I'll sit down and I'll collect these images of like whatever, you know, topic that I want to like speak on. And that was something I wanted to speak on because I wanted to, you know, I was intrigued by that whole topic and that whole like just, you know what I'm saying, just being the best of the best. Like, it's always been fascinating to me to like, get in that mindset of like, think about like how Drake and them, well, Drake's taking some L's right now, but just to be that great and to lock in like that, it's just amazing to me. You know, you just almost push your gift to the max that God has blessed you with. So I was intrigued by that. And then, you know, yeah, like I said, man, it's just a fun process before you got to really get down to the nitty gritty. And besides that's a mood board that I'm showing you guys. And besides that, what I will do sometimes is, you You remember how like you're in elementary school or middle school, you did a web? I'll do a web. I'll pick a topic and then I'll branch off from there, and like sometimes these words or these things can give you feelings, and the feelings can like go into like types of fabrics. Like if you're talking about like, if we're doing like grass, it could be like mohair, So just being in that mindset and of just having an imagination and thinking beyond the surface and, just having fun with the design process. That's like one of the funnest parts before things start getting a little bit more serious. Then you start talking money. But yeah, that's like my design process and how I feel about it. What's up, y'all? It's a new day. As you can see, we're back in my office. I've been doing a lot of work in here, trying to clean it up, trying to make it look like something and, just make it feel like home. It's coming together though, still a little bit of clutter in here, but I like it. Well, last time we talked about, the design process and, making your mood board and, just finding that feeling like, so whenever you're designing a mood board, when you're collecting your images, I would say for your mood board, just the feeling you want to go for, like, is it warm, is it cold, what time of the year is it? Sometimes you don't have to even follow the guidelines. You really can just do whatever you want to do. It's your mood board. So from the mood board, after you've collected all your ideas and what you want to go for and how you feeling, you go from there, then you go into your sketches. And you can see all my sketches right here. Some things I haven't actually done yet, but some I have. You guys have seen like the RPLUS like shirt. And that's obviously this shirt right here. There's supposed to be a crew neck. That's gonna be a crop crew neck, which would be pretty dope. Then I have these pants that I made, and I actually have the sample. Nobody has actually seen them, so you guys will be seeing them first. I'm gonna show you guys how they came out, and they're actually super dope. Samples get pricey, and we're gonna talk about that in a second too. But and you get all your sketches and silhouettes, and put them on your wall so you can see them every day, and they just come to life. So when you're doing this, when you're sketching your silhouettes in that process, you should also be looking for your manufacturer. The most common one that everyone uses is Alibaba. That's actually who I'm using, but I have certain people that I'm using right now to make. Like I have certain people that I use to make my shirts. I have certain people that I use to make, like 2-piece sets, like anything else. Like everything that I do right now is all cut and sew. And so yeah, you can use Alibaba. You can use you can go find factories in New York or LA. Now I will say the factories that are in the US are a little bit more expensive. But it is convenient because it's here, so you can fly in and out. If you're gonna spend that bread. But commonly used is like China. People use Pakistan. I wouldn't use Pakistan. No shade to them, but I just enjoy. If I gotta use somebody like that, I would use like somebody in China. People use Italy a lot. So you just gotta get on there and search. If you got any friends who are willing to tell you their manufacturers, then reach out to them. That's definitely just an important part of like the whole process. It can get very expensive. You have like minimum quantities. Factories I work with, minimum right now is like 30. For my cut and sew t-shirts, they only charge me one, or for one. But if I'm only getting one piece, like it can just get really, really expensive. So let's say let's talk about samples. And with these samples, and I'll probably throw that up and show you guys the first original sample of this RPLUS tee. But this is like an actual one. This is my personal RPLUS tee. It's crazy because I actually shot a a campaign, and my homeboy's son actually drew on here with a marker, and it's really tiny now. Shout out to Marv for getting that out. But yeah, so just for this sample alone, I paid like $120 for the original sample, so it can get up there. And not always super bad. It just depends on the manufacturer. Like for this quarter zip, and this actually came with shorts as well, I paid about 75 bucks. No, this one was more. I paid 150. But I got some other ones made from my previous brand, because it's supposed to drop with Rocky, and we had like a sky blue one, and I paid for 2 of them. I paid like $75. So sometimes it don't be too crazy. Now I gotta show y'all some detailed shots of these right here, and these were the pants that I was talking about. But super crazy, you know, they got the pleats right here. This is upside down, obviously. It says RPLUS. I got the zip pockets, and at the on the sides right here, I'm gonna have to give you some detailed shots. But right here is a plus sign, and then the plus sign is a zip right here, and the zip's probably like halfway through the plus symbol, and they're like a flared type of pant. But great track pant. I am going to drop these this year, so I love these. These are probably like my favorite piece that I've made. Now, like I said, keep in mind all these pieces are like my personal, like, you know, just my personal cuts inside. It's like it's the silhouettes and sizes that I want to go for. So yeah. So if we're talking cut and sew, I've made pieces from a long time ago, but they weren't like my own personal sizes that I wanted to go for. It's just like what the manufacturer had. This is my first time ever like making a cut and sew piece, and this was for a collection me and Luce did called Dreams Money Can Buy, and it was basically, this is like black on black, all over print, the silhouette of a house, not silhouette, but the blueprint of a house. And on the back it says Dreams Money Can Buy. Then you see the triple R with the puff print. But yo, what they wanted to make like 30 of these shirts was outrageous, and I just was not going for it, bro. Like crazy. I just got so many more samples I can show you guys. And now this might be like, as far as like, I guess you can say accessories, it's like one of my favorite pieces that I ever made, because I actually sat down and I painted this and I scanned it. So it's like a multimedia type of, you know what I'm saying, half paint, half digital type of thing. So before me and Luce parted ways, we're working on a collection called Sky's the Limit. So obviously, you know, the colors were gonna be like sky blue, like a lighter gray, just other things like that. So I painted the sky, and this is like what I came up with. Now I have to give you guys some more detailed shots, because I'm sure, you know, you might not be able to see all this, but a masterpiece. And I couldn't believe I painted this. It came out great. Yeah, those are a few of the samples. And like I said, samples, the price range can vary. At the low end, probably like around like 70 bucks. At the high end, who knows? The most I paid for a sample was like maybe 230, 240. So yeah, let's talk about inventory. All right, y'all. Sorry if y'all hear any cars passing by. Like I said, we in my office right now, so like right by the main road. But we said we're talking about inventory, and everyone does their things differently. Honestly, I just have a rack in my office that used to be like, I used to use it for my shoes in my room, but I now use it for like my inventory. And right now, I only have the family reunion tees in stock. I only have 9 left. So if you want to buy one, I'm gonna put the link at the bottom. So most of the time, I'll go through and I'll just count them. I have like a notepad. I'll write them down. You know, small, medium, large, XL, 2XL, whatever size run I have. I write them down, and you know, I'll still manually keep track when I sell one, because sometimes I might sell it in person, and then sometimes it's online. So that's one way I keep track of things. And then, you know, depending on what platform you use, I've used BitCartel, I use Shopify. I use Shopify right now. With Shopify, you know, if you're doing like a POS, point of sale, you might be having a pop-up. You want to be connected to the card readers. For my camera card got full, I was trying to say, you don't want to run into the problem where, like, say you got 4 t-shirts in stock and you're having a pop-up and 2 people in person come and buy the shirts, and you have 4 people online who buy the shirt at the same time. Now you know what I'm saying, you're oversold and you have 2 people who are left without shirts. So I don't want to run into that problem. Personally, I've done it before over the years, so I just make sure I keep track of my inventory and have it hooked up to my my platform that I'm using as far as my website. So either that was Big Cartel or Shopify. So that's kind of pretty much like my insight on inventory. Like I said, my inventory right now isn't too large. It's pretty simple for the most part. But as I grow, man, I probably have other people that kind of like keep track of it, just because I don't want to run into any of those problems if I don't have to. Unless I'm doing like a little back of, I'll say, you know, online, hey, this item is, you know, we'll be back in stock soon. You can pre-order, wait 3 to 4 weeks for it to come back in stock. But other than that, man, I don't want those problems. I don't like playing with nobody's money. I don't want nobody coming to look for me.
Well, we on the block right now. I haven't seen too many people speak about this, and this is important to me. What's super important to me is community. As I'm across the street at my neighbor's house, and everybody's certainly out here recording. But just finding your community, finding your demographic, is such an important thing. It gives you a guideline when you're, you know, trying to market, when you're trying to design. You know, for an example, we got like Supreme, my palace. You know, they obviously make things for skaters, which other people still buy from them, but you know, that's their demographic. That's what makes them cool, because they, you know, they're authentic. it's them, you know, skating real raw and rugged. So I was a fan of it, and I even tried to skate a little bit. I couldn't do it, but you know, you get what I'm saying. So for me personally, my demographic, and it's probably from the ages of 18 to like 40, and I'm reaching out to all the rich aunties, uncles, the rich cousins. You know what I mean? That's somebody's. I'm gonna get in the shot. But so yeah, reaching out to the rich aunties, the rich uncles, rich cousins, people that are getting fly, going to the barbershop, getting a lineup, going to the supermarket, getting fly. You know, all that, going to the cookout, getting fly. But you know, so my biggest thing is making sure I'm keeping God first in everything that I do. So anytime I design something or I put something out, you're gonna know that God's name is on it. 2 is just, you know, making sure I'm bringing back that nostalgic, that 90s, 80s type feeling, you know, of us growing up, you know, with our cousins playing out in the street, being on the block, sitting on the green box, you know, and I'm trying to bring that back, but bring it with something new, with something like a new style to it. So just finding your community, finding people that are for you is just a super important thing, man. It just makes life so much easier. I hope that I answered some questions in this video. I tried to, man. Yeah, I have any questions, just leave it in the comments. Maybe I do a part 2 or something like that, and we can talk about it a little bit more. Or you can DM me on Instagram, and you can talk a little bit more about the brand. If you have any questions about manufacturers or whatever it might be, you get what I'm saying. Just hit your boy up. But I appreciate y'all as always. God bless y'all, man. Hope you're having a great weekend, great week whenever you're watching the video. Love y'all.